It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Idiots Podcast.
Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schulz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots. Let's try this again, goddammit.
Let's
Back
do it.
for another week. Another week of brilliant shit and another week of idiotic shit. I'd be so sick of y'all in our fucking YouTube comments and on SoundCloud talking shit as if we come in here and try. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? We not scholars? We ain't no motherfucking
What we get wrong?
academics.
What we get wrong last week?
I don't even be knowing no more. I just be reading the comments and like, Charlamagne don't know what he talking about. Andrew don't know what he talking about. I'm like, oh, who gives a fuck? Start your own podcast and dispute us then.
Was it the Democratic shit?
Probably. But you know, that's divisive anyway, though.
Yeah.
Anytime you're talking politics, religion, who's the greatest rapper, that shit is divisive. It just is. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. Personally. Let's get to it. Positively brilliant. What a fucking idiot. What did you see this week, Andrew, that you thought was brilliant? What did you see this week that you thought was idiotic?
You know what? I don't know if it was brilliant or idiotic just yet. I just know that there is a beautiful black woman out there dropping that hydrochloroquine knowledge on you sleep-ass motherfuckers. Stay woke, stay alive.
Dr. Stella Emanuel.
You know what I'm saying? I know that Taylor is high. Taylor just had some of that edible. You know what I'm saying? She gonna need some hydrochloroquine to come back. That shit kicks you back from edibles as well, Taylor. It does. Yo, she can't even talk, dude. It's hitting Taylor hard right now. You're gonna need that hydrochloroquine. You're gonna need hydrochloroquine, Taylor. I mean that.
You high, Taylor, for real?
She is.
I ate half an edible.
You're gonna need it. Anyway, Charlotte, you were saying offline to me that you think Dr. Emanuel is the truth, right? You said something about that. That's who you go to?
I definitely didn't say that.
You said that's your tree hugging expert. You say you've been talking to her about tree hugging and the best way to hug trees.
I think that the way Dr. Stella Emanuel was executed was brilliant. I think that the way that they got that propaganda out there was incredible.
That was propaganda, you're saying?
Yeah. The event was organized by the right-wing group Tea Party Patriots, which is backed by wealthy Republican donors. So you do this conference and then all of a sudden every right-wing person with a platform starts retweeting it. Because mind you, we see plenty of these conspiracy theories all the time. She's not the first doctor to get online and say these things or say coronavirus is a hoax. Why yesterday did everybody line up to just start retweeting her and saying, "Oh, you should listen to this"?
Why do you think?
Because Donald Trump's poll numbers is slipping like a motherfucker. A lot of people know it's not a lot of people know it's because of the coronavirus.
Right.
The economy is in the toilet. And Trump wants to let people know, look, I've been telling y'all the truth the whole time. I've been right the whole time, but I keep getting, blocked by the media. And I keep getting blocked by, people who don't want to see me win in November. So that's what I think this shit is. Because he told us about hydrochloroquine back in what? March, maybe?
Right.
And I mean, I've heard a couple people take hydrochloroquine. My man, John McConnell, he's a radio agent, there's plenty of articles on him.
Comedian said hydrochloroquine saved his life.
Yeah, he had COVID?
Yeah, he had that COVID. He had that Rones.
Yeah,
and the hydrochloroquine saved life, so it can't be entirely wrong. Do we have to celebrate Republicans for elevating black female voices, though?
No.
We don't do that? When is a black female voice not supposed to be elevated? That's a great question, Taylor, that you're probably too high to answer, because they were elevating black female voices.
Yeah, you can be elevated as long as you're not being compromised. So if you're not being paid, if you're not being paid to say what it is you're saying, sure. I don't have no problem having a platform as long as it's really your voice.
You think she was lying? You think she doesn't believe these things?
No. I think she absolutely believes it. But I think that if I am a Republican who's trying to change the narrative and I see this black woman from Nigeria who's a pediatrician and a religious minister, right? And I heard that one thing she said about hydrochloroquine and how you don't really have to wear a mask, which is something else they said early on. You don't really have to wear a mask. You can take the hydrochloroquine. People don't have to die, yada, yada, yada. She's the perfect person to put out there.
But it is interesting that we're only supportive of elevating black voices we agree with, not just black voices in their entirety. That is kind of interesting. That's an interesting discussion.
Well,
like if Candace Owens says some shit, it's like, yo, shut up. Your black voice doesn't matter. But if someone says something that is along the, party line, if you will, then that voice should be elevated.
Well, I think that if you have a history of making bizarre claims about medical topics, for example, that certain what's the word, Taylor? Genealogical. that genealogical problems like cysts are caused by people having sex in their dreams with demons and witches. If you've alleged things like alien, if you've alleged things like alien DNA is currently used in medical treatments and that scientists are cooking up a vaccine to prevent people from being religious. And my favorite, because I have a cousin who believes this, that people that Washington D.C. is not ran by humans, is ran in part by reptilians and other aliens.
Oh, that's a big theory, though. That's a big conspiracy theory.
It is.
That the lizard people are out there controlling us all, bro.
It is. I got a cousin right now who I stopped talking to because he's in my DM saying, "I know you down with those lizard people, those reptilians."
What?
You might be, bro. You might be.
What do they mean by
I don't know.
What do they really mean by that?
They think that
literally mean,
lizard people are the ones that control the world, bro. Listen, there's a lot of crazy things going on out here, way crazier than hydrochloroquine. I'm just saying, if we're about elevating black female voices, we got to elevate all black female voices. Or we got to realize...
I think you're getting this wrong.
Say what?
I think you're getting this wrong.
No, I know. I'm just trying to point out hypocrisy. I'm basically saying what is interesting is that we...
But why? But talking about, you can elevate the voice, but why can't you dispute the voice? Who said you can't dispute the voice?
I thought you were saying don't elevate the voice.
No.
Because I thought you were saying it's messed up that all these Republicans were reposting her, retweeting her.
Yeah, because it's clear propaganda. It was clear media manipulation. That's the shit the Kardashians do.
Isn't that what we all are?
Kardashians tried to get one off yesterday. Y'all didn't give a fuck.
What'd they do?
What you mean?
What'd they do? The Kim Kardashian crying in the thing?
Exactly.
You think that was propaganda? You don't think those were real? You think they were crocodile tears? Lizard tears, if you will? Maybe Kardashians are part of it, Charlamagne?
They're in fucking Wyoming.
Right.
Who the fuck got that close to the car? Why that car ain't had no tents? It's Kim Kardashian and Kanye. Y'all can't be this stupid, yo.
Shit.
Y'all can't be.
Stay woke. Stay woke.
I mean, both y'all said, shit.
Oh, shit, Charla. Maybe the windows were open because it's 90 fucking degrees. But you might be right, bro.
The windows were open. They were clear. They weren't even dark.
The windows were no tints.
The windows were down.
Listen,
windows were up.
It's only white people in Wyoming. We don't tint.
Man, stop.
It's true. White people don't tint our cars. Why would you tint your car?
Kanye been living in Wyoming for 3 years. I've been out there. Them motherfuckers move militant.
But do they tint? Do they tint?
They got the same shit they got in LA. Them fucking Suburbans and all that shit with the dark windows. Same exact shit. They're seen when they want to be seen.
Oh,
and by the way, I'm gonna tell you something. I respect it. I respect what the Kardashians and Kanye do. I respect what Trump and any of those guys do. You know why? Media manipulation is very fun to watch.
Oh.
It really is. It's very fun to watch how you can just put something in the atmosphere, put something in the ecosystem, and everybody will run with it.
Now, here's
especially if it reinforces a narrative you already are trying to create.
That's it. Now, here's a question. How do you protect your own platform from being considered propaganda or media manipulation? I'm sure you've probably heard people make claims like, the Breakfast Club only has Democratic candidates on, and they're a tool for the Democratic establishment, right? I'm sure you've probably heard that.
And you know what happens as soon as we put Rush Limbaugh on and Angela Stanton King and people that are conservatives? You know what they say then?
What?
Charlamagne's down with those reptilians now. He's giving the reptilians a voice, so fuck them all. Who cares? Who gives a fuck what people got to say?
So, but that is interesting, though, because you know that that's somebody trying to manipulate what you're doing organically, right? Like, your opposition is going to go, okay, the Democratic elite sat down with Charlamagne. They said, hey, Charlamagne, you got to elevate these voices, and this is what you got to do. Now, you're looking at this, and you're going, oh, that's hilarious. Like, that conversation never happened. We try to get Republicans on all the time. They don't want to come on, this, that, the other. But we are looking at what's happening with Kim Kardashian or what's happening with the Nigerian doctor lady and going, this was an organized hit and all these people came together and they decided to do it. But maybe they're looking at it in the same way that you look at it. And they're like, what? That never happened at all. It was just this chick that was in D.C. trying to talk.
We both been doing this too long to know the difference. And what you said one word that is so key.
Go.
Organic, baby. Motherfuckers can see when some shit is not organic. This shit was called the White Coat Summit, a gathering of doctors called America's Frontline Doctors. Who the fuck are these people? Organized by Tea Party patriots, only to get a bunch of retweets from Republicans yesterday. Yo, I can go online right now and pull up mad videos on YouTube with other doctors basically saying the same thing, like coronavirus is a hoax. And what about the white woman who used to work with Dr. Fauci? She didn't get elevated.
They killed her?
No, but they didn't. They took that video down. You ever saw it? Did you ever see that?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. It's this white woman who used to work with Dr. Fauci, and she basically was saying, why she thinks this is a pandemic. All they did was take her videos down. You ain't see nobody from the Republican Party retweeting that shit, or from the left either.
They've been taking all those videos down from the Nigerian lady for sure.
Definitely.
It is interesting, though. I mean, look, you know me. I always think that there's like a nefarious plot behind things, and I love to dabble into the conspiracy world. But they
just don't want people to die, bro.
Well, that's the thing. That's what this is really doing. This is really taking advantage of hope. When you're in a desperate situation, you hope that there's a cure for this pandemic. You hope there's a cure for corona. You hope. None of us want to wear a mask. None of us want to stay home. We all want to be at work. We all want to go back with our normal lives. So when you have a woman that comes out, right, and she's like, yo, there's a cure, you're good. Well, shit, we're going to all believe it because it's the same reason why
she didn't say it was a cure.
No, she literally said there's a cure. Those are her words.
Said cure?
Cure. There's a cure.
I don't remember her saying cure. I just remember her saying people don't have to die. I remember her saying that.
Yeah, she goes, you don't have to wear a mask because there's a cure. Hydrochloroquine is the cure. And she said, we've treated 350 patients. None of them have died. They all went home. Then she's blaming it on these pharmaceutical companies, which is really interesting because her criticisms of the pharmaceutical companies might also be just. So while what she's claiming might be ridiculous, her criticisms of big pharma could be absolutely right.
That wouldn't even make no sense because it's not like hydrochloroquine is cheap. Like hydrochloroquine is something that's used to treat lupus. It's used to treat malaria. Like her pharmaceutical companies would make mad money producing a bunch of hydrochloroquine.
Right. But maybe the pharmaceutical companies that are producing it aren't the ones that want to put out the cure or the vaccine. Because there's way more money in the vaccine when you think about it. If everybody in the world got to take it, and
everybody's not going to want to do the vaccine though. Some people just going to want to do the treatment. So if there's something else out there, it might just do the treatment to get rid of it as opposed to doing the vaccine. Everybody don't believe in it.
Well, now you've just exposed the conspiracy, my brother.
What's the conspiracy?
If there's a treatment instead of a vaccine, that means I don't have to take the vaccine. Now, if I don't take the vaccine...
Are vaccines a cure?
Yeah, vaccines, it's over. It's a wrap. You're good. You get vaccinated.
Why the fuck we got to get flu shots every year?
Well, because they're not a vaccine. Oh, no, it's a different strand of flu, right? Every year there's a new strand of flu. Al used to be a nurse. So what is it?
So the vaccine, it kind of like prevents you from getting it.
Right. And since the flu switches every year, you need to get an updated vaccine every year. Boom.
So we probably going to have to do that with Corona then.
But don't the vaccines already have like a little bit of the...
That's what a vaccine is. It's a really small bit of the virus.
A little bit of pine sol. Just a little. Just a tiny bit.
It's just the pre-cum.
Just a little bit of just the top of the pine soil bottle. Pine soil.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
But if let's say there is this plot, right, for one of these companies to make billions of dollars vaccinating the whole world against corona. And then there's this other company's like, yo, y'all don't even got to do that vaccination shit. You could just get treated with hydrochloroquine. If you were one of those pharmaceutical companies that's making the vaccine, you're like, yo, shut them the fuck up. What's going on with them over there trying to ruin the bag? That would be the conspiracy if we were to go.
I just don't think they would shut the whole economy down if there's something available.
You're right.
That can get motherfuckers back out there.
You're right, especially Republicans. Republicans want to get this economy
exactly.
cooking again.
I don't believe
if
that.
If anybody should be pushing that conspiracy, is the Democrats.
Well, I think the point of this whole White Coat Summit is to show, look, Trump has already said this shit is out there. Freaking Dr. What's her name? Emmanuel says it's out there. there's something out there that can get the world or get America back to where it needs to be. Democrats are the ones saying this shit don't work.
Oh.
Democrats are the ones telling y'all not to take this shit. That's what I think
I'm tired of everything being politicized. This shit is so annoying.
Welcome to an election year, buddy.
Bro, it's just so boring. It's like everything got to be politicized.
Welcome to an election year, buddy. Yes.
It's so stupid, though, right?
Welcome to an election year.
Yo, son, the mask shit seems so simple. If you're in your own crib, if you're walking down the street outside, no one's around, okay, don't wear the mask. The second you go into a store, just put on the fucking mask. Why is that hard?
Oh, you got to blame Republicans for that one.
Look, I don't care who it is.
Nah, Republicans did that one.
Sure, but I'm not trying to keep score. I'm just trying to say it doesn't have to be politicized. You got
to keep score. It's an election year.
Yo, but here's
keep
the thing.
Score, so whoever got the most points on November 3rd, that's who you vote for.
Yeah, but here's what I don't understand. The Republicans or whoever is saying is like, you're infringing on my freedom of speech, or whatever the fuck it is, to wear a mask or not wear a mask. You don't have freedom in my private business. If I say no shoot, no shoes, no shirt, no service,
that's a fact.
Like for years, clubs have been saying, hey, if you dress like a black dude, you're not allowed in, right? Like, remember in New York where they'd be like, no Timbs, no Yankee fitteds, no bandanas, right? Like,
I remember when I was a kid, I used to see that shit on the door.
That was their way of being racist without being racist. They couldn't say black people, you're not allowed in. So they'd be like, all right, what are the things that black people wear a lot? We're not going to let those people dress like that and go.
Something I used to do when I went to the club, I would have shoes and a backup blazer in my car. So I will show up and they'll say no shoes. So I'll go change the shoes and then they'll be like, oh, no t-shirts. And then I go put on the blazer. So then they can't say nothing.
They had to let your ass in.
Black clubs used to have dress codes too, though.
No,
only because especially for like gangbangers.
Exactly. I'm not knocking the clubs, right? But like, actually, no, I am not. Some of those practices are stupid. I am just trying to say is like, it's nothing new to tell us what we can or can't wear to enter a business. Why are you making such a big fucking deal about it? It makes no sense to me. Hey, can you put this on? Yeah, it's a little fucking annoying. Go pick up your groceries, and then when you get out the store, do whatever the fuck you want.
Hey, before, and people probably won't. They'll notice it now, but before, you used to walk into a 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven used to have a sign on that says "No mask in the store." Because people would come in with ski mask on and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit!
You probably never noticed it, but you look on the sign at 7-Eleven, they would say "No mask in the store." Now, when you see that, you're probably thinking, "See, this is a fucking conservative. Doesn't want nobody to wear a mask in the store." Like, no, motherfucker, they didn't want you coming in the store with mask on because they was getting robbed and all types of shit.
How have people not been doing more robbing? It's like we are setting up everybody for perfect robbery. You're already wearing a mask. You can wear the sunglasses. It's summer. You're 100% blocked. Nobody can get your, how you look. That's that. The other.
There's somebody in the hood listening to this right now saying, "What you talking about?"
They've already been doing it.
We've been sticking people up all summer. What is you talking about, Andrew?
Yo, you know what you really should do? This is fucked up, but you should go into the jewelry store. You should take the jewelry and then put it in your mouth. And then cover your mouth and face with the mask. And there's no way they would even know you have the jewelry on.
Cameras.
Say what?
There's cameras.
By then you're gone. You got your shit covered anyway. They don't know who you are. And you walk out and the machine can bleep and then they can check your whole body.
That shit don't bleep in no jewelry store.
Say what?
That shit don't bleep in no jewelry store. The doors lock on your ass.
Exactly.
Yeah, but then you just walk out. You're like, I'm ready to go. Why not?
Because it'll close on you.
The doors lock on your ass.
Guys, I haven't bought a lot of jewelry. I don't know if this is evident by this conversation we're having.
The doors will lock on your ass.
I think I'm giving the people good ways to make some money during these hard Corona times.
I think
not from my studio, but from anywhere else that is insured.
I think Dr. Emmanuel, I think the execution of the media manipulation was brilliant.
Right.
I think everybody falling for the things that she said without doing any research are fucking idiots. I do. Because
bro, you have a spiritual don't you have crystals in your house and shit? You don't do any research?
Yeah.
You believe in way more flimsy science than Dr. Emmanuel, bro. You out here hugging trees. You out here looking at crystals. You have a spiritual life coach.
Ask me why I do that, though.
Because you hope that it helps you. Just like these people who believe Dr. Emmanuel.
No. I don't hope anything.
What?
It personally makes me feel better.
So maybe it personally makes these people feel better knowing that there's a cure in case they get that Rona.
But guess what I'm not doing?
What?
Holding a goddamn press conference telling everybody that they can use this shit. And if you do fucking hug a tree, it ain't gonna kill you. Hydrochloroquine can kill you.
Why can I? No, I thought hydrochloroquine can't kill you. Why
Yes,
would
it
kill you?
can. Mad people done died from that shit. What are
Not
you
from
talking about?
hydrochloroquine, then I died
From
from the chloroquine.
hydrochloroquine. People have died from hydrochloroquine. That's why everybody got so mad at Trump, because when he said that shit, the shit was sold out in a bunch of different places, and people died. Like literally died from it.
Died from corona or the hydrochloroquine itself?
From the hydrochloroquine itself, because it does something to your heart. It fucks your heart up. That's one of the side effects of it. That's why people are upset. It's not that the fact that she's just out there saying, hey, take this shit. They're saying like this shit can kill you if not administered the right way. That's some shit. They use that shit for lupus and malaria. You can't just go home and take a shot of hydrochloroquine.
Why are you able to get it over the counter?
I don't know if you can.
You can't get. So if you can't get it over the counter, then how the fuck can people get it?
I guess.
Oh, so they're
I
going
really
black
don't
market hydrochloroquine?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't speak to that. But I know hydrochloroquine has definitely. Just Google it. Hydrochloroquine has killed mad people. I'm not gonna say mad people, but it's killed enough to where it's like I'm not gonna take the shit without somebody properly administering it to me or telling me this is the dose you should take. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
That's the only reason people are upset. They would not be upset
for that. I don't think she was arguing that you should take it yourself. I think she's arguing that you should have a doctor administer the right amount.
I agree, but guess what? If you just put that out there to people, motherfuckers will run out there and use that shit, bro. Like they'll just run out there, find it, use it.
Bro,
next thing you know, they dead somewhere.
Somebody's gonna hug a tree and a bee is gonna sting them because there was bees in the fucking tree. That's not your fault. You didn't mean for them people to get killed. They were hugging the wrong trees, bro.
That's not even remotely the same. What she did is like getting on TV and saying, you know what else can kill? You know what can cure corona? Disinfectant. Okay, that's what she did. Would you take disinfectant? Would you take pine
sol? Trump do that shit though? Didn't he say something like that? Like,
duh!
Yeah.
Duh!
That's a wild boy, bro. That's a wild boy.
And by the way, Trump goes into what a fucking idiot. Trump literally had the nerve to stand up on his press conference yesterday in the middle of all of this shit going on.
What he say?
And say, I don't understand why Dr. Fauci has a higher approval rating than I do. Why does everybody like him and nobody likes me? He works for me. I'm the one who put him in position. Just like I put him and Dr. Burke and all these people in position.
So it sort of is curious. A man works for us, with us very closely, Dr. Fauci, and Dr. Burke's also highly thought of. And yet they're highly thought of, but nobody likes me.
Yo, shut the fuck up forever, Trump, at a time like this. Nobody cares about your goddamn approval rating. You know why Fauci got a high approval rating? Because he's out there doing his fucking job and nothing else. Donald Trump, I've never seen a man with ego that fragile. Do you know Dr. Fauci threw the first pitch at the Nationals game? So Trump at his press conference said, the Yankees want me to throw, or he tweeted, the Yankees want me to throw out the first pitch. Do you know that never happened?
Nah, I didn't know that. I thought he
canceled. The Yankees never asked him.
Yeah.
Really?
That never happened.
So he's just jealous that Fauci was getting all that love.
That's it. Bro, come on. You're a billionaire and you're the president? What else do you want?
What do you think it is? What do you think it is that Fauci got that Trump's jealous of?
Attention. Love. Being liked.
Son, would you ever throw out a first pitch? Real talk.
I don't like baseball. So I would feel like a hypocrite doing that. If you saw me doing something like that, I was only doing it because it was garnering some type of attention. I don't like baseball. I think baseball is boring as fuck. I like it when everybody was on steroids. When everybody was on fucking steroids and they was hitting home runs all the time.
Yeah, I
liked it better. I wouldn't personally do that because I don't like baseball. I honestly don't. Like that shit would just be some shit I did just because it would be some attention.
But the thing about the throwing the first pitch is, if you throw a good first pitch, nobody cares. And if you throw a horrible first pitch, it's international news what a pussy you are. So why would anybody do it? You only could lose when you throw the first pitch. Fauci threw that first pitch to first base practically. 50 Cent tossed that shit into the fucking stands. I mean, it was crazy. I think the only person that threw a strike might have been George Bush Jr.
I don't judge them harshly. As crazy as it may sound, I don't judge them harshly for the same reason I don't, judge Donald Trump too harshly. I mean, we make jokes about Trump. We talk our shit about Trump. But Bro, he was the executive producer of Celebrity Apprentice. He's not supposed to be a good president. Dr. Fauci is a fucking doctor. He's not supposed to be goddamn a world-class pitcher.
Right.
50 Cent's not supposed to be a world-class
But
pitcher.
why would they even agree if they know what it's going to look like?
It's fine. It's some exhibition shit. It's fine.
Yeah, but then
man.
you look pathetic, bro. It's like, you ever see a dude throw something? Like when a man throws like a girl, you lose about 30% respect.
Not really.
Bruh. I don't
Okay.
think Fauci really knows what's going on with the pandemic anymore after seeing him throw that first pitch, bro.
So 50 Cent throws that pitch. It's fucked up.
Somebody
Then
said
he walks
couldn't
in the
flatten
back.
that curve.
He walks in the back and somebody calls him pussy.
Yeah.
And then 50 gives him a nice two-piece. Boop, boop, and cleans him. You're like, oh, okay.
No, he's
He can't
back.
pitch, but he can't.
Nah, he's back. Yo, 50's back. Now, that's a good point. But so you need to punch someone in the face immediately after you throw out your horrible first pitch. That needs to happen immediately after.
Everybody not good at everything, bro. That's it.
I think you got to purposely throw it really bad. Like, you got to fuck it up on purpose so you can own it.
I
See what
think
I'm
it gives
saying?
you more. I think it gives you more of an appreciation for pitches.
Real talk. Like, you do kind of look at baseball pitchers like, whoa, you get it right there every time.
That's
if
a
you
skill
want.
set.
Yeah.
That's a fucking skill set, bro. To be able to throw that shit at that speed and
That
you know, it's
accuracy.
all those different type of pitches.
Mm,
You know what I mean? That shit means something.
yeah. Checking in on Taylor right now. See how she is. Taylor, you
So
good? High ass.
Thanks.
Taylor is high, bro.
Oh my god.
It's
really
weird
that high,
being-
Taylor?
I'm really
It's
not
weird
that high.
being around someone this high, yo.
You.
I'm
Oh
getting
my
bugged
gosh.
out being around you how high you are.
I know I shouldn't have not said anything.
You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have even eaten
Oh,
it. Coming to work
yo.
high.
But I'm fine though.
Nah, you high, bro.
You know who I think was brilliant this week?
Who's that?
Kyrie Irving.
What'd he do again? He gave some
provided
money for
$1.5
WNBA players to
million.
not,
yeah,
to not
supplement
play.
the-
Yo, real talk,
supplement-
I'll
supplement
match
the income
that.
of players.
Anything to get WNBA players to not play, I will support. Where do I donate? Where's the GoFundMe to cut that shit out, yo? Real talk.
What's wrong with WNBA?
I know.
players?
Why are you
Oh, that
hating?
shit sucks, bro. Why we trying to like?
Why can't women play basketball?
They can. I'm just trying to have fun. Jesus Christ, I didn't think I was in a fucking
Sex-
political debate.
hey,
What do you
hey,
mean exactly
hey.
about this? God, well, what did
Hey,
you think this was brilliant,
hey,
idiots?
hey,
No, this
Andrew.
is CNN
Hey.
debate time, guys.
Hey, Andrew, sexism isn't fun.
It's
okay.
funny.
Oh.
Misogyny isn't fun.
It's funny.
Yeah, you can make it funny.
Oh, it's so funny. Yo, but what was kind of cool was that the WNBA games now that they're being played in the bubble have the exact same amount of people that attended them before.
Stop.
Sexism isn't fun, but it's funny. Yeah.
I just like the
You
like
high,
the fact
bro.
that
That's why you're not laughing.
I just like the fact that Kyrie donated $1.5 million. I like shit like that.
Did he
because-
donate that or did he raise that?
Nah, he committed 1.5. Committed means that he'll probably pay installments over a period of time. So it's just like you commit to paying 1.5. So he might have gave like, I don't know, $250,000 up front. Who knows?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 300,000 up front, and you just commit to paying it over a period of time.
So why
You know
does
what I
he
mean?
want them not to play?
Well, these are women who chose not to play because of coronavirus. Are social justice reasons.
Or it's R.
He goes R and or is the same. The
You
okay.
know what I meant,
I
Taylor.
know, I know what you meant.
Yeah, so these are people who either don't want to play because of coronavirus or for social justice reasons. I see some NFL players opting out, and the NFL has a $350,000 and $150,000 they're giving them a stipend depending on the level of risk. I don't know how they determine the level of risk.
Like if you're a punter, you're not talking to somebody anyway, so it's not a big deal. But if you're like a lineman and it's your job to have like your face mashed up against another dude's face, yeah, maybe it's no bueno. Why don't they just have everybody wear full face cover? That seems like the most reasonable way to do it.
In football,
Yeah,
I did see some designs for a full face cover
full face cover.
helmet.
You're good. What's the
Yo,
issue?
the football shit makes no sense. They didn't think that shit through. They just don't want to lose no money because they even said like after the games, players can't congregate. Like you just finished tackling each other for
Bruh.
fucking an hour and a half.
I hate that. Like when you see the fighters do the face off before the fight and they got the masks on before they're about to literally bleed all over each other.
They do that?
Yes. All the MMA fighters, when they weigh in and they have the face off, they have to wear masks when they're facing off with each other. It's like,
I haven't paid no attention.
What are you doing? You're about to literally try to kill that person. God forbid you killed him with coronavirus the day before you killed him with your hands and feet. Like, it makes no sense.
Listen, what a fucking idiot goes to the people who were in my comments yesterday.
What'd you do yesterday?
Not yesterday, over the weekend. Because, last Friday, the fight between Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson got announced. Now, Schulz, I didn't know that it wasn't a thing that everybody knew when I said Roy Jones Jr. had a better boxing career than Mike Tyson. And Roy Jones Jr. was a better boxer than Mike Tyson. I didn't know that was ever up for debate. People were in my YouTube comments telling me to shut the fuck up.
Whoa.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Whoa.
One person actually said to me on YouTube, nobody ever mentions Roy Jones Jr. with the greatest boxers of all time. I was like, what?
I'll say this.
Once again, this shows how good media manipulation is. Mike Tyson can put up a couple Instagram videos showing he still got it at 50-something years old, looking fast, hitting hard for 15, 20, 25 seconds, and people start saying shit like, Mike could beat Tyson Fury. Mike could beat Anthony Joshua. Mike could beat Deontay Wilder. Now, Mike Tyson was a better boxer than Roy Jones Jr. Talk to me, Schulz.
Yeah, you know what? Roy Jones Jr. did a great disservice to himself when he just continued to fight beyond his prime. But if Roy Jones Jr. won the heavyweight title and then stopped boxing after that,
He'd be known as the greatest boxer of all time.
He might, bro. He really might go down as the greatest boxer of all time. But he fought too long, man. He fought too long.
He loves fighting.
He loves, bro.
He does. He loves fighting. He really does.
We interviewed him for Flagrant 2, man. He's so funny about it too. And I was like, you ever worry that you might lose something in the ring? You might get hit and you might just, not come out of it the same way. And he takes a beat and he goes, honestly, I never went in the ring with much sense to begin with, bro. So I wasn't really worried about losing any.
We had Roy Jones on yesterday. Roy said,
Legend.
Roy said, I want to die in the ring.
What?
He said, I don't mind. He said, if I go, I would love to go doing what I love to do. Bro, you don't want to fight nobody like that. And listen, I don't know who's going to win the Mike Tyson Roy Jones fight.
Hold on.
We ready to go?
We ready to go?
All right, we have some technical difficulties. But no, I agree with you. I think that if Roy Jones would have stopped right after he won the heavyweight title, he'd be considered probably the greatest boxer of all time. That's why it blew my mind. But this goes back to what I was talking about. You can really manipulate people through media. And I love Mike Tyson. I'm not taking nothing away from Mike Tyson. I respect Mike Tyson wholeheartedly. But on what planet was Mike Tyson ever a better boxer than Roy Jones Jr.?
No planet. I think Mike Tyson is the beneficiary of some of the most amazing marketing and PR, in boxing history.
Absolutely.
I mean, he was knocking out guys in a devastating fashion. But, when he started to fight like the upper echelon guys, like the real top guys, the Holyfields, the Lewises, granted, maybe he was a little bit older, but...
Buster Douglas.
Yeah, the real top
Don't front
tier.
on Big Buster Bust.
Yeah.
You go back and you watch that fight, Buster Bust didn't get no lucky punch. Buster Bust wore Mike Tyson out the whole fight. It was never close.
Yeah, he fucked him up. And apparently, Tyson was fucking 5 girls at a time in Japan and, got knocked out during training by, I think, Greg Page or something like that. He just wasn't in it. But he was a ferocious fighter and, a ferocious dude. And I think we're just kind of, drawn to people like that,
And that's fine. But I just think it's weird that a person who literally was named Fighter of the Decade in the 90s by the Boxing Writers Association of America.
Yeah.
A guy that has won 4 belts at 4 different weight classes. What was it? Lightweight, middleweight. I think light. Hold on, let me see.
No, I think it's middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight, heavyweight.
Yes, middleweight. You're
not
right.
lightweight. Sorry, middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight,
and heavyweight. Come on, man, that's unreal.
Yeah.
This guy is phenomenal. So just to dismiss him and be like, oh yeah, he ain't shit to Mike Tyson. Really?
Yeah.
Just because he wasn't the. And by the way, when Roy Jones used to fight, he used to be an event.
Bruh.
He wasn't Mike Tyson. I'm not gonna say that he had the same hype around his fights as Mike Tyson, but it was an event when Roy used to fight. That's all I'm saying.
So much fun, man. I have so many memories of just watching fights with my pops. Remember the one where he had his hands behind his back and he was like poking his head at the guy, slips the punch, and then knocks him out?
Oh, man.
It was
Listen,
unreal,
Roy Jones is to boxing what Patrick Mahomes is to quarterbacks.
Ooh.
The shit Roy Jones used to do in the ring,
You're like, how
we
the
never
fuck
seen
is that
nobody
possible?
fucking do.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's how Patrick Mahomes is. I put Patrick Mahomes in the positively brilliant category too. He became a part owner of the Kansas City Royals this week.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
I love it.
I don't know how much longer baseball is going to be around.
Really?
Yeah, like
baseball?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, you betting on Trump winning and them building that wall?
You got to build a wall between the Caribbean and America if you want to stop.
Oh
baseball.
yeah, the Dominican.
Yeah, they're gonna swim here.
Okay,
but nah, I just don't know. I think like baseball did a genius thing. This whole episode is about like how important marketing is. But baseball did that genius thing where like they said it's America's game. You know? So now America can't just let that shit go by the wayside when way more interesting sports have come about because it's America's game. Like basketball is way more interesting than baseball. Football is way more interesting than baseball. Shit, soccer is way more interesting than baseball. But we got to keep watching baseball because it's what Americans do. It's the only sport that requires like extracurricular activities while you do it. Like if you're watching baseball, you're like, yeah, but I'm outside. I'm eating a hot dog. I'm doing all these other things. Like you wouldn't just watch baseball.
It drags along.
That shit
drags
forever,
along
bro.
so fucking
4
much,
hours
bro.
Innings in it. No, it's more than 4 hours.
It's sometimes games like
8
4
hours.
Yeah.
I had to do it for series.
I mean, it's just crazy, bro, how long these fucking games are. So if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I would put my money in other places, man. I'd partner up. Now, here's the other thing to be said. Is baseball the only sport that is going to be able to happen because it's outside and because of the open air scenario? The people will be safer to watch it live. Say what?
They having the worst problems. I think they had 14 Florida Marlins players tested positive, so they had to shut shit down.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, I'm just speculating here, but like basketball, they're not going to have happen because it's indoors. Football, who fucking knows? But baseball could potentially work.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I don't watch baseball, but I Googled something real quick.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, they got falling attendance, poor World Series ratings. Oh, yeah. And I think this is the most important, a lack of nationally recognized stars. That's why that's why they think baseball is eventually going to fucking fall to the wayside.
How you going to market the sport to people if the stars of the sport don't even speak English?
I'm wondering about that. I'm wondering, is it because America doesn't see themselves in baseball? Because I was thinking that if you call something America's sport,
and ain't nobody
there's
American.
Nobody from America.
It's like why it's so crucial if you're an athlete and you're going to be a star in America that you learn how to speak English. Even Manny Pacquiao's broken English allowed him to go on Jimmy Kimmel and create these funny late night moments and allows you to be marketed, allows you to have a funny retort when you're talking to the the analyst after the fight. It just gives you so many more opportunities when you can speak English because you're marketing to the people of that country.
Yeah, baseball might need to go MAGA, bro.
Baseball's got to go MAGA.
You need a little MAGA, not a lot, just enough MAGA.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It might need just a little bit of MAGA, man. You might need one of those. Might have to throw a couple dollars to get the Tea Party Patriots to throw a couple dollars to one of those Dominicans and throw on that goddamn red hat and let them know, make America great again.
I don't know if it's going to work with Dominicans, but Cubans love MAGA, bro.
Cubans love
MAGA.
Go get some of those Cubans in Florida. Yes, for real. I'm not even joking when I say this. It needs a little bit of MAGA just to bring in that other side of America, which I'm sure that other side is already there. I'm sure that's the side that's watching baseball.
Yeah, where it's more of a ritual. Like baseball, I feel like is a ritual. You're like, yeah, we're going to watch some baseball and do this for 4 fucking hours. Whereas football and basketball, you watch out of joy.
Yeah.
Maybe
you want to watch.
You want to watch. It's exciting.
Bro, I sat there and watched NBA Countdown just because they were showing preseason games from that goddamn bubble the other night, bro.
Yo, did you like it?
Yeah. And by the way, I don't have no reason not to like it. I'm not gonna sit here. Listen, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm not about to complain about what isn't. I don't give a fuck. I'm just watching the sport. Honestly, man, you know what it is for me? And this is just a personal thing. I don't like to see things not completed. So even though I'm not in the NBA and I don't have no ties to any of those teams and I'm not an owner or anything like that, it would have bothered me if they would have just had to shut the season down and that shit would have just been sitting there at 40-something games or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know why shit like that bothers me for some reason. Like I'm the type of person, I have to see things finished.
That's OCD.
I have to see things through.
Got
What
that
is it?
OCD, bro.
It might be, but that shit bothered the fuck out of me. Like, I'm like, nah, man. Let them go back and finish the fucking season. So it feels good that at least it'll be completed.
I think it looks good too, the bubble. Like I was concerned the games were going to look stupid, but they've got it down. Visually, it's kind of cool. I don't miss the people in the stands
Nah.
like I thought I was going to.
Here's the thing. We don't give a fuck about the people in the stands.
Yeah.
The only thing it's missing is a live social media ticker. We need a live social media ticker during those games, baby. Let those tweets fly. I don't give a fuck if they're disrespectful. I don't care what it is. Let those tweets fly, man. Let that shit fly during the game. That shit'll bring a different element to it, bro. I'm telling you.
There's for the UFC, during their fights, they have constantly, they're posting Twitter, like tweets that people are doing, right? Like famous people's tweets, fighters, fans, actors, celebs, etc. But it is really cool to kind of see the way that people are reacting to the event live. They should absolutely include it. Actually, it should be included in all events.
All events, man. Where the crowd?
Yeah.
No disrespect to the people at home, but where the crowd? Like the fun shit is being said on Twitter.
Yeah.
The other story, because think about it, everything that we do nowadays, whether it's sporting events, award shows, comedy shows, the other element to that is the conversation that happens on social media. You should be concerned when there's no conversation about what you're doing on social media. That means nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
So if you are creating that other conversation, let's see that.
Yeah.
Let's see that. That's when you start debating during the game and all of that shit. Like LeBron, for the rest of the year, he's going to be getting compared to Michael Jordan because of The Last Dance.
Yeah.
More so than before.
Yo, LeBron said some dumb shit, bro.
What do you say?
I know LeBron has this crazy IQ and he can remember every single play that he's ever did in his basketball career all the way through high school. It's this amazing, photographic memory or whatever. But he tweeted about the Washington Redskins. Did you see this?
Nah.
You know how the Washington Redskins are now the Washington football team?
Oh yeah, the Washington football team.
So he tweeted, just waking back up from my pregame nap to see about the Washington football team, question mark, smiley face, or laughy face. Is that real? No way. Oh man, they had a thorough, intense, long board meeting about that one, huh? Right?
Uh-huh.
LeBron James literally owns a soccer team called the Liverpool Football Club. It's the exact same naming structure. Calling something the Washington football team is no different than every soccer team that calls themselves. Tell me how.
Let's debate. I like this one.
Tell me how it's any different. You own a team that's named in the exact same structure. City team.
Say the name of LeBron's team. Say it.
Washington football team.
No, Washington football team. And what's LeBron's team?
Liverpool Football Club.
I thought you said Liverpool, the football club.
No, Liverpool Football Club. Liverpool's the city football club. Washington football team. They call the teams clubs out there with football.
Because to me, the is the word that makes it official. If it was Washington, the football team, nothing wrong with that. Because that's like Chance, the rapper. Benny, the butcher. You know what I'm saying? It's the bruh. Tyler, the creator. Right. If Tyler just said Tyler creator, he sounds stupid. But Benny Butcher, he sound
yeah.
It's the Chance rapper. The. So if you put Washington, the football team, you got something. Liverpool, the football club, you got something.
But they don't do
Liverpool Football Club? No, that's stupid.
But that's how
That's
all
stupid.
soccer teams are named. So why is it weird when a football team is named in the exact same way?
Because we're not used to it here in America. And if
But
you
he
want
should be used to it because he owns the fucking team. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but-
for us, we should react in a weird way. But if you own a team that's named that exact structure, how can you be so shocked about it?
I don't think it's necessarily the name. I just think that after all of these years, 80 plus years the Redskins been around, you could have just waited till you came up with a name. You didn't need a placeholder. Like,
Well,
why the sense of urgency now?
They did because they started pissing off the shareholders. FedEx didn't want to sponsor the stadium anymore.
Oh,
That's the thing. It's like you don't got to worry about anything at all until you piss off the people that are providing money. They were never going to change the Redskins until they start losing money on it. So if you want anybody to change opinion, just come after the bag. It's not about
They should've called that
politically
shit-
correct.
yeah, you're right. They should have called that shit the Washington FedExers.
Real talk.
By the way, what the fuck is taking the Redskins so long? Redskins, simple solution.
Yeah.
Sit down with some Native Americans.
Yeah.
Sit down with some indigenous people.
Yeah.
Find out what term they use that means empowerment among indigenous people, Native Americans, and run with it.
Yeah.
That's it. Simple as that. Like it's literally just that simple.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can find a fly logo or whatever. Like, just nobody trips off the Florida State Seminoles.
Yeah.
So
that's-
maybe name it after our actual tribe.
And that's because they went to the Seminoles and they're like, yo, how do you guys want to be viewed? And like, do you guys approve of this logo? And is it cool that we call you this? I think they even gave them some money. And I think that's what a lot of different teams have done. I think even the Washington Redskins logo itself, they got approval from like Native Americans on it. But the reality of the matter is like, if as long as your bottom line isn't affected, you don't have to change. You're only as woke as your bottom line if you're a business. Businesses only care about making money. Jeff Bezos was like, okay, it's not going to hurt me if I support Black Lives Matter. It might support me. Okay, we support Black Lives Matter. That's how the decisions are made. That's how they're made. Every single time.
Yeah, until somebody has the balls to do what's morally right. And the irony of that is the majority of the time, the people that have the balls to do that are the people with the money.
And they only do it if it will make them more money. That's what I'm saying. Nike was sponsoring the NFL and Colin Kaepernick at the same time because it made them money.
Selling guns to both sides, baby.
That's what it is. That's business.
That's all.
Maybe we should stop asking corporations to be woke because wokeness and capitalism don't go hand in hand. Capitalism in its nature is exploitive. You literally have to exploit a group of people. And I'm not saying that's bad. I think it's great. It's fed all of us. We live great lives because of it. But you literally have to exploit a group of people in order for you to come out ahead. So to act like this system that's based on exploitation is going to be completely moral and unoppressive at all is kind of ridiculous.
And, and that's why I have no problem with the people who've been exploited, the people who've been oppressed, turning that goddamn gun on them corporations.
Oh,
and
yeah.
saying, Annie the fuck up. Annie the
There we
fuck
go.
up. Oh, y'all got some homophobia over here? Oh, it's a lack of diversity over here? Oh, ain't no blackness over here? Oh, ain't no women over here? Y'all know what to do.
But it only
Run
works.
that motherfucking bag.
But it only works if the supporters of that business care about your plight. For example, the supporters of Candace Owens don't care that black people are pissed off about what she says. So therefore, you cannot cancel Candace Owens. It's impossible unless Candace Owens says something that her supporters disagree with. It doesn't matter if you're upset by it. Her supporters got to be upset by it. So if you want to get rid of Candace, you should target the things that she does that piss off her constituents.
I would hope that people like Candace are doing and saying the things they do because they want to. And I mean that for all of us. And what I mean by that is I love anybody that listens to The Breakfast Club, anybody that listens to Brilliant Idiots, anybody that buys my books and all of that kind of stuff like that. But bruh, I don't give a fuck if it's your crowd or somebody else's crowd. When you start playing to the crowd and you start worrying about what the crowd got to say, that's the beginning of the end. And you're not being genuine. And that is why it will be the beginning of the end, because you're not being genuine anymore. And when you're not being genuine anymore, you eventually do something you don't want to do anyway. So it's like running the wrong play.
That's
and
why
you go across
gotta,
that middle and get your fucking head knocked off.
Yeah, that's why you got to curate your crowd, because then everything that you say is going to satisfy them because they understand where you're coming from. But if
I don't want that either, though.
Well, I'll say this. Everything that you say is going to be based on the expectation of you. So if your crowd is objectively thinking, right? If your crowd is, hey, I don't agree with you, but I like hearing your thought process. If that's what your crowd goes into, then you can talk about whatever you want to talk about and they'll look at it objectively, right? If your crowd is, if you're piggybacking on conservatism, right? That's what Candace is doing. She's like, all right, there's conservative ideology. There's no black voices that are saying this in a really loud manner. I'm going to say it in a really loud manner. And then the left won't be able to criticize me because I'm black and I have victim status and you're not allowed to attack someone who has victim status according to the left's rules, right? So boom, she gets to say whatever the fuck she wants and her people are cool with it. Tommy Lahren was the same thing. If you notice, Tommy Lahren only got criticized by her constituents when she said that she was okay with abortion. Do you guys remember that? Tommy, whatever, all the racist shit or pseudo-racist shit that she said was totally okay by her supporters. The second she was like, yeah, I believe in abortion, immediately her supporters were like, nah, bitch, you out of here. Goodbye. Because it attacked one of their core beliefs. They're piggybacking on a group that already exists. And that's something we got to understand when we do deals with networks. When we go do a deal with a network, we are not doing that. We are not entertaining just our fans. We're now entertaining the network's fans, and the network's fans might have a different expectation of content than we do.
You know, you said something. You know why Tommy's fans would turn on her for something like that?
Because they don't believe in abortion.
But that's because they have an expectation of her, right?
Exactly.
Because I guess she has a lot of conservative beliefs. But see, I don't want that. I want to be fluid. Meaning like, don't put me in no motherfucking box. Don't have any expectation of Leonard, Charlamagne the God McKelvey, other than he's going to be his authentic self at all times. Even if you don't agree with what I'm doing in that moment or what I'm saying in that moment.
That's what
I'm only doing things that I want to do. Like, I don't care about a core belief. I don't give a fuck if this base thinks I have a core belief like them.
That's what I said. That's why you got to curate your base. That's what I've been doing. That's what you've done, right? It's like you curate your base and you are okay alienating people that don't accept that. I'm completely okay alienating motherfuckers that got these extreme beliefs, right? On both sides. I'm okay because I care about truth and I care about objectivity. I'm not one of these motherfuckers that's going to be Democratic no matter what or Republican no matter what. I'm in this big space right here, which is reasonable and rational. And that's what I want my people to fuck with me. Yeah, you should be willing to lose people.
You should. It's like growth. It's like evolution. It's like shedding skin. It's like, getting your foreskin cut off. Like, you should be willing to lose the extra shit, bro. Like, I'm serious. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, as you grow, as you evolve, some people are going to grow with you. Some people going to evolve with you. Some people not. Some people ain't going to be with you on. The shit I was on at 20, if I'm not on that at 30. If you still on that shit I was on at 20, you might not fuck with me at 30.
Mm-hmm.
The shit I'm on at 40, if you still on what I was on at 30, you might not be fucking with what I'm doing at 40. You may not want to hug no trees and go to no therapy. You may not want to be faithful out here to your wife. You may not want to do that shit. You might, man, fuck all that. We out here, Charla. Cool. I don't give a shit. Stay out there.
Right.
I got air conditioning. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
What a fucking idiot. Also, I got to get on this call in a second. But the call only gonna take 10 minutes, so I can come back. But what a fucking idiot, Terry Crews.
Here's another perfect example. Terry Crews. Who are Terry Crews's fans?
I have no idea.
Nah, you
do.
do.
That's a great question.
You do?
White people.
What shows have he hosted? Taylor's right.
Oh, that's new though.
I'm talking about who his fans are now. So, because what he's saying affects his fans now. So the things that Terry's are saying, right? His fans are, what is it? What does he host? America's Got Talent?
I forgot. I know he hosts something, but I forgot what it is.
America's Got Talent. It's mostly white people watching that shit, right? White people are not offended by the things he's saying. That's why he doesn't have to worry about losing his show or any of that kind of stuff. If Terry hosted a BET show, he might be canceled. But you can't cancel, let me just finish. You can't cancel somebody from fans who support the stuff they say, no matter how crazy it is. Because those fans are always going to be there.
What if the person who runs America's Got Talent supports Black Lives Matter? What if the person who runs America's Got Talent thinks Terry Crews is bad for business because he's got all of these people on social media talking shit about America's Got Talent and telling people not to watch America's Got Talent because Terry Crews is on it?
That person is a capitalist and runs a business. And as long as the business is supplying content or a service to those constituents that those constituents like, she's not going to fuck with it. She would never hurt her business to spite her personal beliefs if she's running one of those big corporations. Or him.
I like that progressiveness.
Hello? Charlie, you froze.
Oh, you froze.
Say again?
Now you
Say
are.
again.
Okay. I like that progressiveness. I like that you just assume a woman is in charge, Schulz.
Yeah, man. Come on, bro. Women can be ahead of businesses and shit too. Why not?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I just think Terry Crews is stupid.
Why?
Just because it's just like, first of all, whatever your beliefs are, whatever your opinions are, stand on them. If you feel like you don't want to see Black Lives Matter turn into Black Lives Better, fine. If you don't want to see black people turn into supremacists, fine. I don't care. My thing is, stop trying to convince us. What happened to Terry Crews is why I used to be a bully in high school. When I was in motherfucking high school, and I still do it to this day, I'm not gonna lie, I'm working on myself. If I know something bothers you,
you gonna lean in.
I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna lean in. They called Terry Crews a coon, and that shit stung. That motherfucker has been dancing and explaining himself for weeks. He's on Don Lemon explaining it. He's on the fucking talk explaining it. He's on Twitter explaining it. So yesterday, Terry Crews decides to try to do the Eminem and 8 Mile. I'm going to live my truth so nobody can use it against me. So he tweets out, "Coon, conquer our own negativity." Terry Crews, shut the fuck up forever, okay? Nobody gives a shit about you trying to flip and bounce the word coon. That shit is never going to be a term of endearment. It is what it is. The problem with Terry Crews is he keeps trying to explain himself and he's trying to get these people off him. That's not how the internet works. The internet is a pile on, 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 and you just got to simply get the fuck out of there. You're not going to fight your way from the bottom of that pile, yo. Okay? Right. Simple as that. You're not going to fight your way out the bottom of that pile. It's literally like when he walked into the bathroom on Friday after next and Cat Williams was sitting there taking a piss and fucking he had Cat Williams cornered and all Cat Williams could do is scream pimp down. That's what Terry Crews just got to scream pimp down and get the fuck up out of there, man. The fuck is wrong with you?
Why is the word coon offensive?
Because that's what they call it.
Because
in the history books. Not history books, back in history. Like they would make fun of
I assume it's short for raccoon?
No, shut up. Shut up.
I think
it is short for raccoon.
It's short for raccoon.
You heard people say, "Oh, look at the."
Listen, I know there are certain words that are offensive and I understand the reason for it. I don't understand why coon is so negative. Like
dictionary
white people
defines
wore raccoon hats. Like white people really love raccoons, right? Like the hats.
Well, the dictionary defines the word coon as a negative term referred to a black person. Now, I go to Urban Dictionary, okay? Not Webster.
I know, I was going to say, look what Urban says.
Urban Dictionary definition is an insult term used by both races. When used by whites, it translates to the word nigger. When used by blacks, it's describing an Uncle Ruckus type of character, a black person who is ignorant to white discrimination and unknowingly suffers from self-hatred, a black man who only dates white women and only finds white women attractive. Hold on, pause real quick.
All right, point is Terry Crews got that bod, eh? That's something you can't take away from him. Dude is built. He got them titties. Titties or teddies? He got the
because it's a guy. It's his titties. So.
But what you would call titties for a dude, teddies? Is that what you were doing? Y'all are wild. Let's pay some bills, man.
Listen, before we pay this bill, I just want to say one thing about Terry Crews in closing. Since he loves acronyms.
Pull the mic closer to your mouth. Yes.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
That's perfect.
Yes. I just want to say one thing about Terry Crews in closing, since he loves acronyms, and this is an acronym for anybody. I want anybody out there that ever feels like they're about to say something stupid or tweet something stupid. It's summertime, bro. This is what I want you to do. I want you to go outside. All right. And I want you to feel those goddamn rays from that big ass star in the sky in the daytime. Okay. And I want you to look up and I want you to say, man, that sun feels good. And then I want you to remember that sun can be turned into an acronym that stands for shut up, nigga. And that'll save you from being
Whoa.
a Terry Crews.
Whoa. I don't even feel comfortable calling my friend son anymore. I say son all the time. I've said that to you.
That's S-O-N. Okay? S-O-N is fine.
Yeah.
S-O-N is fine.
I just want people to know I'm specifically doing an S-O-N one. Because what if what if you were saying something to me and I was like, yo, Charlamagne is getting kind of hot, son.
listen. Imagine white people that listen to the Brilliant Idiots. It's like, that's some good advice. And they go in their backyard and they looking at the sun like, shut up, nigga. Their neighbors are like, where are they?
What do you mean, shut up? I'm close enough to hear.
I didn't know this was this kind of neighborhood.
That's what we were, real quick. That's what we didn't understand. Why coon has a derogatory sentiment.
Oh, he said it. He said the definition.
But why does it bad?
I mean,
like, why is
I don't
calling
know. I
a
don't
black person a raccoon bad? Like if you called me...
We don't want to be called an animal, Schulz.
But if you called me an animal in the sack, like if a girl's like, yo, you're an animal. You know what I mean?
It's not always going to be reference to
I don't
sex.
know
If someone's
why-
like, yo,
I
you're a
don't know.
horse. I'd be like, yeah. That's what's
I'm
up.
not sure exactly why coon has the negative connotation that it does, but it does. And that's all we need.
No, I feel
That's
like
all we
there's
need to know.
I really feel like there's a backstory though. Like I feel like whites were calling it.
I'm
that.
sure it is.
But
I just
why
don't
is
know.
coon bad? I don't understand why coon is bad. It's like we do these things where we just decide shit is bad, but like I think there's like a raccoon hat. Paul Bunyan would wear that shit. White people love coons.
Yeah, but it's been going on since the beginning of time. This ain't some new shit. Like coon isn't like a new word. This is like Malcolm
It
X
was like stereotype.
civil rights days.
But a
You would
coon.
get called a coon.
Oh, wait a minute. A coon is.
I was always told that a
It
coon
said that
is
the genre
acting-
became.
But it's acting in a way that would appease white people, right? And
Yeah, I was always
isn't
taught that a coon.
But isn't a raccoon both black and white? Maybe that's why they're saying it.
Nah,
They're like,
nah, raccoons are gray.
No.
I was always taught that
No, they
coon was also.
oh, I'm thinking
you
of like
reinforced
Stinky Tail one.
reinforced the negative stereotypes of black people. I was always taught that a coon was a black person who reinforced the negative stereotypes of black people. I don't fucking know, bro.
Someone got
I
to
don't
get to the bottom of this coonery. But, yo, real talk. Someone's got to get to the bottom of this. Now, has anybody ever like, oh, God. I'm trying to set up a joke and it's so corny I had to stop myself. It was so bad. It was so bad, the joke.
You don't
wanna
know if
hear
it's
it.
bad until you try it.
Oh,
Let's hear
bro,
it.
it was so bad. Like, have you ever
Andrew.
been over at like
Son.
Alex just said
What?
son to me. Alex just goes, son. I
Oh,
need to
shut up,
son
nigga.
myself. But like if you're at your friend who is a sellout, if you're at his crib and he's passing around some appetizers, is that called a charcuterie board?
I'm not culturally.
I was like, I do not know what you're
I'm not
talking
culture.
about.
Yeah, whatever culture he's talking about, I'm clueless to it. I know it's a culture joke,
bro.
and I'm sure if I understood the culture of what
You know
What is that from?
You know a charcuterie
The Scottish?
board? No, charcuterie. A charcuterie board.
never heard of it.
No, I was like, I never.
I've never heard of it.
The plates with cheese
It's
and
like
crackers.
a place that got like salami and cheese and all that kind of shit.
What's it called?
Man, say that shit. Say the plate with the cheese and the salami.
Yeah, but I can't put coon into it if it's not charcuterie. Charcuterie.
No, I got one.
Yo, do you
If
think?
Terry, hold on.
Okay,
If
go.
Terry-
Okay,
if-
go. Talk to me now. Talk to me now. Let's go. Let's go, bro.
Hold on. If Terry Crews gets rich, does that make him a tycoon?
Oh, shit. Charlamagne. Oh, shit, Charlamagne. Yo. Oh,
Wait,
dude. Yo, let me ask you. Yo, Charlamagne, do you know who my favorite James Bond was? Sean Connery.
Coonery. Hold on. So if Terry Crews scams me out of some money,
Yeah.
does that make him a coon artist?
We cooking with gas right now. We are cooking with gas right now. Did you see that? Did you see that? Yo, dude, come on, bro. Hey, dude.
man.
Hey, dude. What do sellouts? What do sellouts eat cereal with?
Oh, cool.
Yo, dude.
These are horrible.
Yo, let us have our dad jokes. Let us
These
have
are
our
worse
old
than-
man moments.
These
Listen,
are worse
they're
than
not
dad
horrible.
jokes, though.
We're just throwing things against the wall and seeing what sticks.
That's
Some
it.
would say we're doing what raccoons do. We're digging in the trash and finding treasure. Okay.
Treasure in the trash, bro.
All right.
God, why
Jesus.
are you so upset right now?
Why are you
dude?
so angry, Taylor? Let's pay some bills.
Let's pay some bills out here. Guys, get your dicks hard. Ladies, get your man's dick hard. You know what I mean? Obviously, ladies, you can get it hard, but don't you want as hard as it possibly can be? Maybe even grow a little bit. Let's be honest, okay? Al said his shit grew a tiny little bit. You know, I had self-control. I had control of the nut. It felt amazing, but I could still control the nut. Blue Chew is not a game. Same active ingredient that are in Viagra, Cialis, all that good stuff. Go party. Go have a good night. And go deliver the best dick of your life to your loved one. Or to a random one, or to a first time. You want to make a good first impression? You got to make a good first impression in a sack. Go to bluechew.com. That's what you're going to do. You can get it absolutely for free if you use the code IDIOTS. Okay? Idiots. Bluechew.com. Use the promo code IDIOTS. You will get it for free. You just need to pay that $5 shipping. I promise you, you will not be upset. You will be more than satisfied, and so will she. Now, let's get back to the show. Guys, listen, we're all getting our groceries delivered. Let's be honest. We're not going to the supermarket like we were, you know, and there's different ways that you could get these groceries delivered. One way you could do it to keep health at a premium, right? You go to Thrive Market. I'm telling you, I did it a few weeks back. I became a Thrive Market member. They are delivering organic, sustainable groceries right to my door. Okay, this is high quality food. High quality food leads to a high quality life. You are what you eat. That is 100% true. You eat garbage, you feel like garbage. You eat great, you feel great. Thrive Market, I'm telling you, become a member. Okay? Once you try Thrive Market, you're going to love it so much. Listen, as a proud Thrive Market member, I get the products I love, and my paid membership provides a free one for someone in need, you know, low income family, a teacher, veteran, first responder. So you're going to get a free one for them. Okay. Thrive Market tailors to over 70 different diets and values: keto, paleo, plant-based. I mean, there's everything that you could possibly need, delivering the highest quality, organic and sustainable essentials from groceries, healthy snacks, meat, seafood, clean wines, non-toxic cleaning, bath and body stuff. As a member, I'm saving 25 to 50% off traditional retail prices. And their carbon neutral shipping is free on orders over $50 or $49 rather. I'm telling you guys, this is a no-brainer. Save the money, get the highest quality food. This is what you got to do. That simple, okay? In addition to the membership matching, Thrive Market has raised over $750,000 to date for their COVID-19 relief. The savings that I get on my favorite clean organic products are amazing, but I also feel good. I help support the communities that are in need, okay? I'm telling you, go save money, save communities, and help COVID relief. Like, this is a no-brainer. Thrive Market, you got to do it. Go to thrivemarket.com/idiots. Join today. You're going to get a free gift of your choosing up to $22 in value. That's THRIVE, market.com/idiots to start your risk-free membership and get a free gift today. Thrivemarket.com/idiots. Go, go, go.
All right, we're back. Taylor, do we have some things that we won't care about next week? What's the shit?
Yes, we do.
Let me throw some things out here. Young Taylor.
Did you guys want to talk about Megan Thee Stallion, how she opened up, gave us an update?
What is that?
I don't understand
what happened?
why.
Can you explain what happened? I don't even know what happened.
We don't know yet.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't know. I honestly, truly don't know. I don't know what happened. I was sitting around thinking about Megan Thee Stallion last night. First of all, I wish her the best. I'm sure she went through a traumatic experience, but I was sitting around thinking last night of you guys said she got shot in both feet but didn't have no broken bones.
I'm like, where is that at?
That's a blessing within itself.
Where's that shot at?
But
though?
where did he shoot her?
Would it be like?
I think you got bones in your. I think your whole foot is bone. Like,
I'm like,
if I look at my feet, the whole thing is bone. There's no place you could shoot me in it where it wouldn't be bone.
That's what I'm saying. So I stand by what I said. And what I said was, we don't know what happened, but I believe, this is just my speculation, I believe that it's more to this whole situation than what we know.
Yeah.
And I think when more of the details come out and we actually find out what happened, it's gonna make sense, because right now it makes no sense. And you know, I think Tory Lanez might have been protecting her from something. I don't know. Maybe. That's what I'm just throwing out there.
Protecting her from something?
I don't know. Maybe somebody was trying them and maybe he was shooting at that person and maybe the bullets ricocheted. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I don't
Do they
fucking
know
know.
what? Do they know what the gun was?
A Smith and West son.
Oh yeah.
Meaning, shut up, nigga. Now's not the time for jokes. You saw what happened to everybody making jokes last week, goddamn it, about me.
What happened last week?
Shit, Drea lost her Fenty deal.
yeah.
Drea?
And they're
Yeah, she
trying
was on
to get.
that podcast. She was on the Wine and Weed podcast with my man Sterling Brim and Van Lathan was a guest on there, and you know she got to making jokes, and Rihanna and Fenty dropped her. Which, by the way, you gotta read the room. First of all, as a woman, you shouldn't be making. Nobody should be making those kind of jokes about domestic violence.
But if
or violence
Fenty is
against women.
sponsoring you can't be
Come
making,
on.
Yeah.
Come on. Rihanna was only involved in one of the most highly profiled, publicized domestic violence situations ever. Like, come on. And it happened in a car.
That would be a fire versus, though. Rihanna versus Chris Brown.
That would be a
That would be a fire versus.
That's by the way, no, that would be. And that actually was a better one.
Then Usher and Chris.
Then
Brown.
Usher versus Chris Brown? Why? You think
Usher and Chris Brown's not even close.
Because Usher washes him.
I would say, you think it's a wash?
Thank you.
Why do you think it's a wash?
Thank you. It's a
though?
wash.
Washes.
Let me tell you
Washes.
something. I'm all about elevating black female voices. Not right now. Not right now, Taylor. Give me your mind.
Son! Now look.
Son.
Too much fun to yell, son.
I'm telling you, son. You look a son.
But I'm yelling son S-O-N. Just know that.
Nobody.
I'm always S-O-N. I'm always talking about sons. That's it. Sons and daughters.
But you, but
Daughter.
I just think it will be entertaining. That's all. Just
Sis.
knowing that.
Sis.
That's y'all problem. Y'all want everything to be entertaining.
Is it not? Wait, time out. Is Verzuz not supposed to be entertaining?
Oh, shit, Charlotte. She got you on the
Verzuz-
ropes. She got you on the ropes.
Verzuz should be an ode to legends. Meaning that, I'm not saying Chris isn't a young legend. I'm just saying things have to make sense. If you're going to have somebody of Usher's caliber, put him in there with somebody that's his caliber.
Thank you.
Like Usher's peer, if we're being totally honest with ourselves, Usher's peer is Beyonce. Because they came up around the same time.
Yeah,
you're bugging. You're
but
totally
wait, no,
forgetting how big Usher was
I
at
know
one
how
point.
big Usher is, but you're saying against Beyonce. I wouldn't say Usher has more classic or songs than Beyonce too.
Whoa.
I agree. But
you think Beyonce
Beyonce's
got
more of a
more?
peer.
You think Beyonce got more than Usher?
No, I said Usher has more classic songs than Beyonce.
Oh, 100%.
I agree, but I think Beyonce's still more of a peer. Now, if we're just talking about classic songs, the only people Usher should be in there with is Mary J. Blige and goddamn Robert Sylvester Kelly. Nobody wants to hear that.
Yo,
okay?
He's right. It's really R. Kelly versus Usher. And that's
R.
the verses
Kelly
we can't
versus
have.
Usher?
Is R. Kelly versus Usher, huh?
R. Kelly.
And by the way,
but R. Kelly wrote so many songs and everything else like that too. I don't know.
R. Kelly beats everybody.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, how is that even?
Wait a minute. You think R. Kelly takes out Michael Jackson? Ooh. You think R. Kelly takes out Prince?
I don't know if he beats Michael. Only because Michael didn't write that
many.
I think he beats Mike.
But did Mike write a lot of songs?
I don't know
for
though,
other
bro.
people?
Keep talking.
Stop.
Keep talking.
No, bro, did he write a lot of songs for other people?
I don't think you should be able to use.
It don't matter. It don't matter if he
It's got to
did.
be your songs.
It don't matter if he did, because Michael got Off the Wall. Michael got Thriller. Michael got songs off Bad.
Pretty Young
sprinkling
Thing,
stuff like Remember the
Smooth
Time.
Criminal,
He sprinkled
Remember
Jackson
the Time.
5 music.
Come on,
Yeah,
dude.
R. Kelly ain't fucking with Michael. He ain't fucking with Michael.
Stop it.
But he
Don't even bring it up.
beats everybody else up.
It's
Mary J.
disrespectful.
Blige in my book would be on par because I love a lot of Mary J. Blige records. But if I'm
Right.
just being objective,
Right.
you know, yeah, R. Kelly. And we just talking strictly music here.
Yup.
He beats everybody up. He beats
Beethoven
people
versus
up.
Mozart. Who y'all got?
Well, first of all, we just found out that Beethoven's black, so we have to do more research. on more
Beethoven
songs.
is black?
Yeah.
Is that why they call it the Ninth Symphony?
Hmm.
Yo, I got my dad jokes popping today. Yo.
I don't get it.
My dad.
Why is it the ninth?
Like
what does it mean, the ninth symphony?
Ninth with an F. Not like ninth.
Oh. Okay. All right. I was like, huh?
Come on. My
Right.
dad jokes are killing today, yo.
Dad jokes are the best.
Yo,
Taylor hates
let us
me.
be
First of all,
old.
my dad. Hello, why you always hating on my dad jokes then?
Because your dad jokes are trash.
Let me
No,
hear
your
one. Let me
dad
hear one.
jokes
Give
are
me one.
trash.
Give me one. Give me one. Give me a dad.
Wait, hold on. I have to look at my joke notepad.
Give me one.
You don't have a good dad joke off the cuff?
I do, but I feel like y'all heard it already. Okay.
All right.
Let me
What
hear
about
it.
this?
Ready?
Go.
Y'all want to hear a joke about some cats?
Sure.
That's kitten. You want
That was whack, son.
I knew you
That
wanted
was
to
whack.
laugh. I
Yo,
knew
you want to
wanted
hear?
to laugh.
Hey, yo. You want to hear some jokes about some raccoons?
Yeah.
Just cooning.
Yo, you gotta try it with raccoon. It's way better with raccoon, yo. Admit it. When you add raccoon
my
into
God.
it, it's way better.
Raccoon is better, yo.
Raccoon's like
Raccoon is
Nutella.
way
You just
better.
put that shit on everything. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Yo, Charlotte,
Taylor.
drop a
Yes.
dad joke. Drop a fire dad joke right now.
I don't have any, bro. All
Yo,
my
come
jokes
on,
are dad
bro.
jokes when you're in the house. Yo, the crazy thing about dad jokes, I think dad jokes don't come from the jokes being corny. They come from the reaction. Cause if I'm in my house and I'm saying some fire shit, my daughters are looking at me like,
Crazy.
nah, that ain't it.
Crazy. Nah,
That ain't
it's
it.
not heat.
Give
But
me
then-
some more, Taylor. What do we think
I
we
also
won't care
wanted
about next week?
I also wanted to mention that there was a petition for Tory to go to be deported back to Canada.
Amazing. I saw that. I thought it was amazing. I don't know if Tory's guilty or not, but just the fact that somebody sat around and said, I'm going to create a petition to get him fucking deported, and they dead serious about it. And the way they wrote it, they was like, this little 5'3" man has done nothing to contribute to the American economy.
Whoa.
All he's done is violence against women. That shit was funny.
Whoa.
But nobody's going to care about this. I do think that Tory's going to come out a little bit clean in this situation. I really do.
Because
I
if
think it's
he's
not
not
what we think.
arrested and he's not charged with anything, there's no way that he actually did some shit.
I don't think it's what we think. If it is what we think, I'm dead wrong. But I don't think it's what we think. I really don't. I really don't.
You don't think it was like a aggressive manner?
You don't think it was domestic disagreement?
I don't feel, and like I can't speak for any of those women in the car. I don't think there's no woman that's going to allow themselves to get shot by a man and not immediately tell everybody. I don't think that her friend in the car would allow it. Like I don't understand the secrecy around the situation is what I'm saying.
That's right, but that's why I
Like-
said I think she has something to hide, maybe too, or something.
Why is Tory
I'm not
Lanez
doing all that. I'm not
talking about
speculating.
this?
Taylor, you're going to get jumped on the internet. How dare you? How dare you?
I am a hot girl.
Why does
member.
she have to have something to hide? Why?
Oh, shit.
Just like how you said, you don't understand how a girl isn't saying anything. So if
I didn't say she hiding nothing though. I just said I don't understand why they're not saying nothing.
All right, let's move on.
But it's not meant for me to understand though. But I think soon we'll know. We will know.
I was gonna do it.
I was gonna
It's
say
too good. It's
about
too good.
people were getting on Meek Mill for basically telling people that he broke up with his girl, but he never announced that they were together.
Who's that?
Meek Mill Milano.
Who's his girl?
Yeah, I don't care about.
Huh? She's
I
a
don't care
fashion
about
brand.
that this week.
Okay. That's really it. You guys did everything kind of in the positive or brilliantly positive.
All right, guys, look here, man. For everybody that listens to Brilliant
you-
Niggas,
what about
try-
Ask an Idiot?
Yo, what y'all think about Ellen DeGeneres?
Oh
though?
yeah, that too.
What y'all think about? Oh, can I tell y'all a dad joke that I
Ooh.
remembered? Hey,
Talk to me.
why can't a nose be 12 inches long?
Why?
Because then it's a foot.
Hey,
Yo, that's a banger right there, Taylor. Why you hating, sitting
just
there
trying to understand.
hating?
I'm confused. What do you mean?
There's 12 inches
Hey.
in a foot.
I know.
Yo, why can't a black cat walk across a white road?
Why not?
Because then it'll be a black coon. I don't know. I was just trying to. Hey, man, we just seeing if it works, man. I'm not saying it was going to work. We're not afraid to try things over here.
We're just shooting from the hip, bro.
We just shooting, bro. That's
can
all.
we shoot
just
from the
shooting.
hip?
Now, talk to me, Ellen.
Ellen.
You think people just don't like her jokes, and that's why they're saying that?
Nah, this is what it is, at least in my suspicion. When you act different than what you present, there's always going to be a newsworthy discrepancy. So, for example, if Judge Judy ended up being mean when you met her in person, that wouldn't even make the news because you're like, yo, she's wild on TV. She's wild in real life. She's consistent. But if somebody's on TV being the most sweet, pious, kind person, dancing and woke and all this other stuff, and then everybody that works for her is like, yo, she's really mean, she's rude. Everybody who meets her outside of work is like, she's mean, she's rude. There's a discrepancy in what's being presented and what is being executed. And that is always newsworthy. It's like, yo, why am I being lied to? And it works the other way around, too. If someone's really mean on TV, like Don Rickles is not mean, but he would be like the harshest, like, roasting guy. But if you ever met him, he was the sweetest, kindest dude. I met him once. He was the kindest fucking guy in the world. And that's a story you tell because you're like, oh, shit, that guy who you thought would be, like, mean is actually the sweetest, nicest guy. So I think that's what the shit is.
Yeah, contrast is always good. But like you said, when you present yourself a certain way, but then you're the total opposite, it's just like, what the fuck you know? But I don't know about the Ellen situation only because I don't know if it's Ellen or the executive producers of the show. Because the article I read in Variety yesterday, they were kind of saying it was the executive producers of the show, and one of the EPs was in the article saying that they take full responsibility. So I'm really not sure what the situation is. But I will say this as well. I think this all stems from not paying your employees over the COVID-19.
Ooh, talk to him.
I just think it's that simple. Like if you have a bunch of disgruntled employees and they're not making no money and you haven't been taking care of them, that's when they like, all right, well, fuck you too. That's what that's honestly what I took from the whole situation.
Honestly, I think you could be right.
Yeah, because none of this stuff was coming out when shit was riding high. Not saying that it wouldn't have, but boy, when you sitting around and you got a lot of time to think and you already think a person, see, it's one thing when you think a person is a bad person, right? They're a bad person, but you put up with certain shit because you're getting paid, whatever. But then when you're sitting around and that person is not paying you, because I think for a certain period, Ellen wasn't paying the production crew. You're sitting around and you're like, not only is she a terrible person, she really don't give a fuck about us. And that's when you start spilling beans. And I think that's where we are right now.
I think you're right. It's easy to kind of put up with the fuck shit when you're getting paid a lot of money.
Absolutely.
And the second you stop getting paid money, you're like, oh, that person is mean.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. That's interesting, bro. That's probably it. So all she got to do is to rectify this, to start paying the staff again.
I think she just did. I think right before, if I read correctly in the Variety article yesterday, right before that article came out, they started paying the production team and everybody again. If I read correctly. But this is the Brilliant Idiots. We don't deal with facts here, so don't worry about it.
Fuck facts, bro.
Don't worry about all
I was going to say, too, though, that there was a study that was saying America is like the second worst of raising a family. Did you guys see that?
I love all these studies that are like, America's the 100th best place to live, and da-da-da-da. It's like, well, why is everybody risking their fucking lives to move here? It's number one place to live. It's not even a question. And not the entire world, but a lot of the world is doing anything in their power to come here, risking their fucking lives, leaving their loved ones, leaving their family to never see them again to come here. That's all you need to know. There's no great migration from America to any other country in the world. There's never been a great migration where Americans are like, I'm
not going to lie. I can see Canada being overpopulated with Americans soon.
Yo.
A lot of people are running to Canada, bro.
Let me tell you something. That's what they said. All those celebrities, when Trump got elected, were like, we're moving to Canada. And then he got elected. They were like, if Trump wins, we're moving to Canada. Then they got elected. And where the fuck did they? They sat right there in Beverly Hills and shut the fuck up. That's exactly what happens. That being said, Canada is fire. That's how dope America is. Canada is fire. Like the people are fucking genuinely nice. They care about each other. The schools are affordable. The healthcare is there. Great society, great culture. But you know, Americans are like, that's cold up there, bro. I'm not doing all that.
I mean, if you live in New York, Canada's right there.
That's the thing.
will
If you
say
live in
this,
New
though.
York, you live in Texas, you think you're putting up with cold 8 months out of the year?
Nah.
Out of here.
I will say this though. We're lying to ourselves if we don't see the humbling of America coming. It's right there. It's inevitable. What goes up must come down. Not saying that we won't return to being the superpower that America is at some point, but yeah, over the next few years, I don't give. And it's not even about who's in the White House. I mean, it is kind of about who's in the White House, but over the next 4 or 5 years, America's going to change. And you know why America's going to change, Schulz? For one reason and one reason only. Not enough innovation.
Charlamagne,
Don't make nothing here, baby.
Charlamagne, I believe it was Sean Puffy Combs that said it. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now. Because it's USA for life, bro.
Can I ask you a
USA
simple
for
question?
life, bro.
Oh, time out. Can I ask you a simple question?
Yeah.
What artist has Puffy put out since he said that? And I'll be right back.
French Montanas. he put out French Montanas. Right? Didn't he put out French Montanas?
That's not the last one. He put out his son.
He put out his son.
There we go.
Doesn't he
No,
manage?
he's probably
doesn't he
popular
manage
in
a
the
bunch of
younger
artists?
generation.
I think he managed a bunch of artists too.
Who? His son?
No, did he? To this day.
Not that I know of. Maybe. I mean,
'Cause I'm
is he
pretty
still
sure he
trying-
sold the majority stake of his
Of Bad Boy?
Yeah.
Yep.
He did.
No.
Yes. I'm telling you, bro. Puffy hasn't put out no artist since then. Well, some cool. I mean,
His
he put out
son.
Machine Gun Kelly, French Montana. Who?
His son.
His son's not even signed to Bad Boy. Oh, his son. Yeah, his son is signed to Bad
Yo.
Boy. But
We ain't
You're
going
proving my
nowhere.
point, Taylor.
Bro. America's theme song is not, what is it called? Star Spangled Banner? America's theme song is We Ain't Going Nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Because it's Bad Boys for Life. Is that how it goes? Is it? I'm melodic, bro. I'm not going to lie, dude.
I'm here.
Melodic.
You know what I'm saying? But we're lying to ourselves. America needs a lot more new innovation, bro. A
Like-
lot.
What are you talking about? We going to the moon, bro. We got rockets that land themselves. Or not the moon, Mars, whatever the fuck. We're killing it in innovation.
I don't know.
We got the
Listen,
best
I
chicken
gotta-
tenders on the fucking planet. You can't get chicken tenders any better in the world.
Oh, my
Can you
God.
get a chicken sandwich any better in the world? Are they killing people for chicken sandwiches anywhere else in the world?
That right there, what you're doing is exactly why America is. It's
Yo,
fine.
yo,
Listen,
Charlotte,
it's fine.
I
We're
hear
going
what
to hit
you're
rock
saying.
bottom and we're going to be
hear.
back.
I hear what you're saying, but I also have to say we ain't going nowhere.
Hey.
We ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
Because it's
I wanna
USA
believe you.
for life.
Hey, your mic went out again.
Oh, no.
Listen, I got to go babysit anyway.
No, Charlamagne. We almost
I
got
do got to
there,
go babysit.
bro.
I got to go babysit, man.
Yo,
But not
we lost
babysit
your
'cause they're my
audio.
kids,
We lost your
but-
audio.
Huh?
The fuck?
Dwayne, are we recording?
Yeah, I'm still
All right, I'm going to just do the ending. As always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. If you listen to this podcast and you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.
Peace.